Well, forgive me, guys. My microphones need some charging, so we're rocking old school miles per hour quality mics today, which, even in and of itself isn't necessarily a horrible thing. It's just back to those days. I mean, if you watch some of my first videos, it's kind of inspiring because my camera, I have no camera mount. It's just like chilling down here, or no phone mount at least. No mics. Sometimes it falls. The camera like falls a bunch, and I have to pick it back up mid driving. I'm saying, "Oops, sorry," and it's kind of funny. The way it was so beautifully orchestrated into this just chaotic mess. Maybe that's what gave some of those videos charm. In my opinion, I think it gives some nostalgia. It gives a great jumping point to see, like, oh, this is where I've come from. I used to not understand how mics or cameras or anything worked, and then now, hopefully this summer, maybe I can even get a camera. Maybe I can even up my production game by another level, but we'll just have to see. Today is legs. Obviously, just like some of the other days, can't show it, which is a bummer, but I thought I'd get this little car talk in between things. It's kind of early. It's like 9:30ish, almost 9:30. That's kind of like that's definitely not early for most people in the world, including me, compared to when I'm normally doing these lifts at 6 and stuff. But I'm on spring break, so I'm just chilling in, sleeping in. All my family was already at like work and school this morning when I got up, so yeah, it felt weird being the only one chilling, but I'll be suffering those consequences next week when everyone else is on their break and I'm just chugging through school, chugging along there. But yeah, that's kind of been the vibes as of late. I feel like yesterday's Target Muscle Day was really good. I pushed a lot onto myself doing some excess cardio and some different stuff, and I feel like that helped pay off a little bit. That helped satiate some of the lifting bug that I had in me from the rest day. But today, catching a movie with some friends, or with just a friend, not friends. Going to see my girlfriend tonight. Going to the gym. I don't know. I don't really have any huge plans. It's just all it's everything's just kind of in motion. I talked about it yesterday, not having a plan, and to me sometimes that can feel like a lot in a bad direction, because I like having a plan. I like being able to map out things in my head, but map out things on paper to know, like, okay, I can talk about this on the lifting talk today because I know this and this and this is happening. During spring break, during maybe summer break, as if I don't plan things out, it's all up to me. It's all up to me what setting those standards are. It's not some outside factor like school pushing me forward. But I mean, school will get replaced by work. That will be the big thing. It's work and trying to get a good wage over the summer so I can afford into the next year. It's kind of how I operate. I'm really grinding on school for a majority of the year, and then summer I'm building back up those savings, taking as many shifts as possible so I can have money and not be completely broke while I'm in college. I always joke about that being me being broke in college, but I try to at least set up those savings so I'm not having to survive on nothing. And that's the cool thing about college, is that I try to go light on groceries and stuff, but college has a lot of resources you can get. There's a lot of events where there's free food, and there's a lot of open student pantries, open kind of cool stuff like that. Colleges have resources. You just gotta know where to look. I'm not trying to be like Ultimate Cheapskates. Isn't that a TV show where they do like the coupons and everything? I'm not trying to do it to an obsessive level, but if I can save $1 here and there, that goes a long way. It goes a long way when you combine all of those actions. Similar to a lifting context, where it might not seem like much doing a few bodyweight squats every morning when you wake up, but hey, a few of those might skyrocket your squat a little bit. And a few extra crunches in the morning, you might see a little bit more ab definition. It's just those little things. Sometimes, obviously, there's overwork. Obviously, there's over budgeting. Obviously, there's over whatever. But life is kind of cool that way, where effort is completely it completely gets you that result. And for me, I love putting in effort. So I maybe that makes me a freak job. Other people want to get things for as little effort as possible, but I think you should embrace that, because it's going to be hard, but if you're putting in good effort, you can be happy because you're going to get a good result back. And as long as you're just not looking for that instant gratification, because it's not like you put in effort and then instantly you're a millionaire. Instantly you have this amazing family. You have all these amazing things. It's not really like that. It's not like effort gets you things instantaneously. Sometimes it's a slow burn. Maybe you're everyone is like cheating on a test, but you want to do the right thing. You want to not do that. It's going to force you to study, to put in way extra effort, study like 3 hours or whatever for that test, and it's going to suck. You're going to watch all these people get this easy grade, and you're going to be like, ugh. But then in the end, it's not going to be instantaneous. They may keep cheating, and it's going to suck watching them be able to succeed and stuff. But maybe like 3 years down the road, you get to college, you have to take this one math class. Well, everyone else is screwed because they can't cheat at this point, or they get kicked out of college. Like, some of them might try to cheat, they get kicked out of college. And some of them don't cheat, and then they're like, I don't remember this stuff. I don't know this and this and this and this. Well, look at you. You already idealized and remember this stuff. You start reading it, and it comes back to you, and you're like, whoa, I remember doing this in class. And you catch on to it a little easier than other people. You're already ahead of the game. It's slow, little tiny wins like that. That might seem microscopic, but in the grand scheme of things, there's the result from your effort. It's not even like karma, because I always say that I believe in karma, but really what I believe in more is hard work and effort getting you places that the easy route won't. That's not always to say that you shouldn't take shortcuts and little hops for little tiny things, but the more effort you put behind stuff, the more you're going to reap the result, in my opinion. And so I'm going to go put in 110% effort today into good quality squats, good quality legs, and we'll see what we get out of it. Well, hard leg day today. I wouldn't even like sugarcoat it, saying that, some things were hard, some things were easy. No, everything was pretty grindy today. I'm not gonna lie. Especially squat at the beginning. I've noticed that with legs, I can get hyped up for a bunch of other stuff, but squat really takes it out of me, which is funny because that's like the first part of the workout. But that's something that I've seen online a lot, is that, it might not seem, well, I haven't seen it a lot. I've seen it in a couple places, like professional bodybuilders being like, squat might not be the first thing or not just squat, like things that you don't like doing when you're lifting. Like really weird sets, like a really hard ab set, or a really strange like bench type of prerequisite or stuff that you're like, man, I'm not excited for this. I really want to bench, but I don't want to do like a decline crunch before anything else. So those weird little things that you don't really expect. Let me get some air going on in here. It's pretty hot. Those weird little things you don't expect, they actually can be somewhat beneficial, because even if you have like tired forearms or tired legs or tired other stuff at the beginning of the workout, it pushes those other parts of the workout to maximally overtrain your different things. It's important sometimes that you know that you can break the rules of weightlifting. Weightlifting has conventions. It has things that are pretty stagnant for the most part. You can look up different types of tier lists of lifts. You can look up different opinionated things. You can look up, oh, this is the best workout here, this is the best workout here. But the truth is, if you need to break those conventions, if you need to break those rules and ideas, no one's telling you can't. It's not like, if you hate doing big lifts like bench, lat pull downs, or squats or stuff at the beginning of the lift, it is a weightlifting convention to do those big lifts at the beginning to make sure you're not tired out. But if you save them for the end and you just continually do that because that's what you like, I don't really see a problem with that. It's fitting around your preferences. It's fitting around your tailored schedule. So that's how you know that it's a good thing. You know, I don't know. I feel like once people get past that beginner stage where they're taking all this advice, they find it really hard to sometimes break certain conventions. Now, when I'm talking about conventions, I'm not talking about form. You always got to keep in good form. You always got to keep in adequate rest days, adequate rest periods, yada yada. But the actual lifts themselves, it's okay to break certain, I guess, orders and different things. It's not like it has to be stagnant. It really is what works best for you, what works best for your time. Some people, I mean, they just have a bunch of stuff to do in the middle of the day, but they have free time in the morning at night. So I've done that plenty of times. Split up with my college schedule, split up, half in the morning, half at night. It is a lot broken up, and you'd rather be in the gym for all of one period, but that's a convention you can breaking conventions. That's definitely, it's not, I don't know, it's not idealistic for a lot of people, but I think you need to build up that confidence to a point where you can say, okay, I know that I'm still going to get my gains here no matter what. It's okay for me to break the convention. You don't need to be afraid of stuff like that per se. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going through my head today. Squat went good. I did better than last time, which is 1% improvement every day. It's what we're striving for, especially here on this channel. It's what I try to preach. Did good on hamstring curls. Did good on calf raises. Went up a little bit in weight on calf raises and was able to manage it pretty effectively. Leg extensions, a little scrappy, I won't lie, a little scrappy. And RDLs. RDLs went up in weight on that as well. Used those straps, really tried to go hard with those, and I was happy with the result. I didn't necessarily feel it as much as my hamstrings, but my back was having to get used to the extra weight that I was holding. The forearms were a little bit confused on what was going on, but I know I'll feel it tomorrow and stuff with hamstrings, and that it'll be good. RDLs are kind of to this point where they don't necessarily feel the most straightforward, but at the same time, they're good. They're helping me out in a lot of ways. But yeah, that was, and then hip abductions I did yesterday. I already talked about that in the last video, but yeah, that's pretty much the day's events so far. There's not a whole lot left for me to do lifting wise. I'm gonna go in, get some stretches and stuff in, and take a shower, call it a day on the lifting stuff. So appreciate you guys watching very, very much. I appreciate all the support, all the awesome comments, and yeah, everything. It's been a really good couple days with spring break, uploading the new video in between that, and getting everything straightforward. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.